So let me share with you guys what I learned that literally, I thought it was super impressive, and maybe this is something that you might want to write down if you are not driving. So here is what the golden nugget is. So this gentleman, this wealth of knowledge that I had the opportunity to spend some time with, made over $100 million in network marketing. And here's what he said. He said, you don't need to do 1,000 things well. You don't need to do 1,000 things well, but just do 5 things good 1,000 times. Now, that may not sound super complex, but a lot of times when people first get involved, they just feel overwhelmed. Like there's so many things that's going on. There's so much to learn. They got to learn the company, their product, their comp plan, the whole etiquette thing of how you should be, how you should edify. There's a lot that sometimes it feels like you got to learn. And the honest truth is you don't need to learn 1,000 things, but you got to know 5 things good, and you got to do it 1,000 times. We got to be getting out there and getting after it. And a lot of times people think that, hey, I did it once, I did it twice, I did it 3 times, right? They think that if they do something a few times that they're like on their way to the top of their company. And yes, you're on the way, but here's the words of advice from a amazing gentleman with lots of experience. Do 5 things really good and do it 1,000 times. That means get out there and put some numbers on the board for you and your team. So here's an example of what these 5 things would be. Now, we didn't get into the details on it, but I'm just going to share with you, from my humble experience. Now, we have seen some pretty incredible results ourselves, 23 6-figure earners in the team. So here's what I would say. Number 1, you got to get good at contacting people. How are you going to share what you have? How are you going to share what you're so excited about if you are so afraid to send a text message, send a Facebook message, or pick up the phone? We gotta have a way of getting the word out there. So that is the first thing, okay? Because you know what? When you kind of look at yourself in the mirror and say, hey, I gotta get better at this, it's easier to start focusing on that as a way to improve. So that is the first thing. The second thing is you gotta be great at presenting or sharing what it is that you have. If you are relying on a video, awesome. How are you going to set that video up? If you're going to make a presentation, fantastic. Are you comfortable presenting? Are you comfortable, getting on there and, talking someone through what it is that you have? Whatever it is, you got to get good at that. So that is the second thing. How about number 3? Launching new team members. Do you have people that you get them to join your business, you've done all this work, you've had all this effort up front, and then now you're kind of like, now what do I do, right? Now what? And so, you got to get good at launching those new people. Here's what I want to tell you is that no matter how good or bad you think you are at this particular subject, you're better than the person that signed up. You know way more than they do. So make a focused effort to help them get in and out of the gates quickly. If you do that, then you are on the path of duplication. And the next part, of course, is team building, right? So what's team building all about? Well, it's about creating a culture. It's about, in the beginning, it's you, right? Well, there's 3 of you. Me, myself, and I all get involved in business, right? And so how do you go from just being you getting started to, you and having 2 or 3 or 4 or 50 or 100 or 200 or 1,000 people? How do you start building a team and a culture and a community? Because, that's the glue that's going to make your business stick together. That's going to be the glue that's going to create an environment that's unstoppable, and people just want to be a part of it. They don't even know everything about your company. They don't even know everything about your compensation plan, but they're flat out fired up because you've created something that's awesome to be around. So that is another part that's very important. Last one, number 5, is leadership. What is leadership all about? Well, Maxwell says it real simply. Leadership is influence. And in our business, it's having the influence to inspire people to go to that next level, helping them believe that it's possible, helping, seeing what they may be able to not necessarily see in themselves, but you're like, hey, if I did it, you can do it too. Here's what we got to go for. Here's what's in store for you. Here's what's necessary. And here is what's possible. And so leading and inspiring people to make positive changes in their life so that they can move forward in a direction that they already want to go in. So those are just a couple of things that I would say, you would want to master if your goal is to get to the finish line, to get to the top, to really knock it out of the park in your business. You don't got to know 1,000 things, but you have to know a handful of things really good and do it over and over and over again. And so those are words of advice from a gentleman that's done, very, very well in our profession. And one little caveat on that is that if you can scale your business, like have your business run without you being there, isn't that like every business owner's dream? Because I think that's all what we are after. We're all wanting something that duplicates without us being there. And there's no way better that I know to do that than tapping into the thing that we're already on already. And that is social media. Using the power of social media in your favor for your benefit. And what is that? That's learning how to contact people on social media, learning how to build a team on social media, learning how to use this as something that instead of being a time suck is actually something that actually multiplies time for you, because you don't have to be in a gazillion places at one time. You can be in one spot and everyone can plug in to what you're doing. So if you'd like to learn more about how to do that, then you can click on the link that's listed here in the description, and it's an extra bonus training, my free gift to you, and take it, use it, apply it. You can start using it as soon as we finish here. So if this is something that added some value to you and you want to share these golden nuggets that I found and pass them along to your team, feel free to do that. Feel free to share this replay or tag somebody that you know in the comment section. And that's it. Have an amazing night. Close out the month with gusto, and we will see you all at the finish line. Take care, be blessed, and I will see y'all next time. For more great training and to receive your free MP3 download on how to attract prospects using social media, the 4 essential elements to attracting prospects, visit summergeronimo.com.